Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So super pumped that you're tuning into this video because I am going to be talking all about the beef and butter fast. So if you have any interest in what it is and why you should do it, how it works, then you definitely want to keep watching this video. If you have not done so yet, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I will be sharing all about the beef and butter fast today, but I'm going to be posting my results from the beef and butter fast on Monday. So make sure that you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you are notified of my video, and also so that you don't miss any of my other content. I am on a journey to lose a total of 200 pounds from my highest weight of 374, and I started my keto journey when I was 291, which is when I started my YouTube channel. Alexa, what's 374 minus 251?
374 minus 251 is 123.
Thank you, Alexa. I'm down 123 pounds from my highest weight of 374. I'm sharing this journey with you guys. I want to inspire you to choose health and make the best of your life. And you truly do deserve the life and the body that you dream about. You just have to work at it, like I always say. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, comment, hit that notification bell because I appreciate all the support. So let's get into the video. All right, guys, so let's just get into it. What is the beef and butter fast? So when I first heard about it, I thought it was beef and butter because that's what it is, right? So that's what it's called, beef and butter. But I actually found some stuff out that I'm excited to share with you. So the beef and butter fast was actually created by someone named Jennifer Marie. She's from Austin, Texas. And she came up with the beef and butter fast to break her own weight loss stall. She had been low carb for a while. She started doing this fast because she was stuck. She was stuck in a plateau. We've all been there, right? So the beef and butter fast is designed for someone who is stuck in their weight loss, specifically for low carb keto people. However, if you are not low carb or keto, this will help you lose weight. But if you jump back into eating carbs right after, chances are you're going to gain the weight back. It could be for someone who is interested in low carb or keto and you just want to get things going, you want to get things started. This is a great start for you. But it's specifically for people who just want to break that weight loss stall, that want to just make their body start working again and lose some weight and get that scale moving again. Because we all know how frustrating weight loss stalls are. It's so very frustrating, and they can last, weeks, they can last months. So you have to change something up. Something needs to change inside your body to get the scale moving again and to get that weight off, because your body will adapt to whatever you're doing. So you got to change things up. I preach that all the time. You guys know that. Okay, so it was created by Jennifer, like I said, and we're just going to go over some tips for success when you're doing the beef and butter fast. But first, I wanted to share with you something that I found out. So when I first heard about the beef and butter fast, I thought it was just beef and butter. That is not true. It's actually any type of protein with butter. It doesn't have to just be beef. It could be chicken, it could be pork, it could be steak, burgers, eggs, seafood. So it's any type of protein with a healthy fat source. Basically what that does is it kickstarts your body into ketosis. You're cutting those carbs and you're making your body use the fat inside of your body for fuel rather than glucose. So I was really confused about it. I actually don't know why they call it a beef and butter fast if you can have any type of meat. I was confused by that. So it's pretty much like carnivore. If you're not familiar with carnivore diet is also called the meat diet. Carnivore is meat, fish, eggs, and dairy. So I'm not really sure why they call it a beef and butter fast if you can have any type of meat. So if you're not a beef lover, then that's fine. You can have chicken, but you just want to make sure that you are adding a healthy fat source in with it because your macros need to be on point. For every 1 cup of beef, you can have up to 3 tablespoons of butter. I personally thought 3 tablespoons of butter was a lot for 1 cup of beef. So I stayed around 2 tablespoons, but you do you. You can have up to 3 tablespoons of a healthy fat source. It doesn't even have to be butter. It can be coconut oil or avocado oil, something, but I did use butter. So for every cup of beef, up to 3 tablespoons of butter. So grass-fed butter is obviously a healthier option for you, but it is not required for this fast. You can use any seasonings that you want, as long as it doesn't include sugar, flour, or starch. So I used a lot of garlic powder, onion powder, pink salt, and pepper, and I just flavored up my meat, and it was really good. If you've never had beef cooked in butter before, you need to try it. It is really good. I actually use Kerrygold butter because it has really clean ingredients and it's just a good healthy fat source. And I cooked up Hamburg and cooked it in butter, and it is freaking good. You guys need to try it if you have not yet. And I would just flavor it up with different seasonings, and it's just really good. I'm excited to share my results with you guys on Monday. So the beef and butter fast is designed to kickstart your weight loss again. You only do it for 4 days. I know people who have done it for 3 days. I've seen people do it for a week. I've seen people do it for 5 days, 4 days. So it's designed for you to do for only 4 days because that's really all you need to kickstart your weight loss again, to break that stall, break that plateau. But if you want to do it longer, it is safe to do that. I personally love my veggies, so I didn't want to do it long term, but I know a lot of people do. They eat this way all the time. So find what works for you and roll with it. So let's just get into the tips for success when you're doing the beef and butter fast. Tip number 1, ask someone to do it with you. Have an accountability partner. And also it just makes it more fun. Find someone who wants to do this with you, because if you guys can do it together, if you have any issues, or if you find yourself struggling, then you guys can lean on each other and encourage each other for support. So find an accountability partner and do it together. Tip number 2, prepare ahead of time. So you want to make sure that you get all the ingredients, all the food that you need for the beef and butter fast ahead of time. You don't want to be stuck being hungry and not having anything to eat. And that truly goes with any type of lifestyle that you choose. You want to be prepared. You want to have the foods on hand. Purchase the ingredients beforehand. Tip number 3, prep your meals and have them ready for you, so then you don't even need to think about it. If you're a prepper and you like to stay organized and you don't like to be, stressed out, especially when it comes to food and what you can eat, prepare your foods, prep your meals. So tip number 4, get your mind right. Have the mindset that you can complete this in 4 days. If you go into it thinking that it's going to be too hard and that you're going to miss your other foods and you can't eat that much meat and butter, you're not going to succeed. You need to go into this thinking, okay, this is a fast. This is a way to break that stall, to get things going again, and it's worth it. I personally found it not hard at all. I love meat, and I loved that the cravings went away, and it suppressed my appetite. I wasn't really that hungry. It's all how you look at it. You've got to get your mind right and go into it believing that it's going to work and that you can do it. And it's only 4 days. That's not a long time. Tip number 5 kind of goes in with tip number 4. Don't commit to this until you know you are ready, okay? You can't jump into a fast. You can't jump into a new lifestyle even until you are ready. You have to be ready or you're not going to succeed. How do you be ready? It depends on you. I personally get inspired by other people losing weight who are like me, who I can relate to. And so I watch a few girls on YouTube that inspire me, that I can relate to. I can relate to their story. We started off at the same weight and we struggle with the same thing with food addiction and being obese our entire lives and, things like that. So find people that you can relate to and be inspired by them. That is what helps me. Also read books and pray and do what works for you to get your mind right and be committed and be ready to start. Tip number 6, stay positive. I feel like these tips are all intertwined together. They all mix together perfectly because it's all about the mind. You got to stay positive. You got to be ready. You got to be committed, so stay positive. Tip number 7, if you are hungry during this fast, that means that you are not getting enough healthy fats. You need to make sure that you are consuming enough healthy fats with your meat, or you're going to get hungry. Just protein is not going to fill you up. You need to be making sure that you're hitting those macros and getting enough healthy fats as well. If you are eating right, you will not be hungry on this plan. Tip number 8, there is a beef and butter substitution list, and I will put it in the description here so that you don't get bored with your foods. It is not just beef and butter. You can substitute foods. So I will make sure that that's in the description as well, so you guys can just click on it. Tip number 9, super important, calculate your macros. Know exactly what you need need as far as protein and as far as fat goes. Everyone is different. It depends on your weight and your height, your age, your gender. Figure out what your macros are, and I will put a macros calculator in the description as well, so you can just click on that and figure out what you need to make sure to hit those goals. There's also a video in the description that will show you exactly how to calculate your macros if you are not familiar with that. Tip number 10, only eat when you are hungry. If you are eating and you suddenly become full, stop eating. You do not need to eat when you are not hungry. Listen to your body. Listen to when you are physically hungry, not just emotionally hungry. And that goes for all the time, not even just during this fast. We need to be listening to our bodies and only eat when we are physically hungry. Tip number 11, tell yourself that you can do this. You can do this. It really is that simple. All right, guys, those are just some tips for success with the beef and butter fast. If you do decide to do this, coming off the beef and butter fast, be careful with your carbs that you add back in. Gradually add those carbs back in, or your body is just going to gain some water weight back from those carbs. So you want to just gradually do it. I posted a video last month on the egg fast. If you didn't catch that video, I will put it in the cards at the end of this video, so you can just click on it. But when I came off of that egg fast, I did it for 5 days. I went carnivore after, so I didn't add any carbs back in. I just kept, eating meats and cheese. I didn't have any eggs because I was done with eggs. I didn't have any carbs, but then I slowly started to add those good healthy carbs back in. So just make sure that you don't consume a bunch of carbs after the fast, because you will gain some weight back, obviously. There was also a video that I watched with Dr. Boz. She was interviewing Jennifer Marie, and Dr. Boz shared some of her thoughts and opinions on the beef and butter fast as well. So I will put that in the description too. Just some really good information out there that you guys can watch and do your own research and figure out if the beef and butter fast is something that you want to do. But I will tell you that the last 3 weeks have been really slow with my weight loss. So that's why I decided to do this beef and butter fast. And I am telling you that it works and the scale is moving. So I'm really excited to share with you my results on Monday for the beef and butter fast. I'll share some of the foods that I ate and my personal experience on it. So that is it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video if you did like it, leave me a comment, let me know if you're going to do the beef and butter fast, and honestly, if you need any help or have any questions at all, never hesitate to reach out to me. All right, guys, I will see you at the next video. Stay safe and choose health. Bye, guys. Oh my gosh, look at my hair. What is up? I don't know if you guys can see, but my Santa that's hanging up there has only one leg. Oh, is that blurry? Oh my gosh. I don't think so. I don't even know. Who knows? Oh my gosh, I am messing up so much on this video. It's freaking ridiculous.